Got a slow car on the right. Go left. Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. slow car ahead. Slow car ahead. You got a slow car on the left. Go right. Just set your fastest lap of the session. That was your fastest lap of the session.
What up, Nathan? Are you saying just in general, or tonight? Because unfortunately in both situations I just don't have the pad. I do want to start doing some Porsche Cup races, I just haven't figured out when I'm going to do them. Right now I just gotta try to make some final adjustments on this Mustang, get ready for the 24-hour race.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Apex, how you doing, man? Just testing out some streaming stuff. Let's run some laps, say at Daytona for the 24 hours. It's going alright. Been working on the setup for this old Mustang here. I think I got it pretty much where I need it to be to try and do the 24-hour solo. It's not going to be the fastest car out there, but should get the job done. Yeah, it's a full-time job. Yep, Brigham. I figured I gotta do it once in my life, and apparently Saturday's the day. So, we'll see. But yeah, I've been having trouble with the Mustang, the rear end twitching on me, going into turn 1 and then going into the bus stop. This corner is always a treat, too. I think I've finally made some diff changes, made some roll bar changes. I think the last change that really helped was putting the rear toe in a little bit, just helped with stability in that area. I'm pretty happy with the setup now. So, good question. Going number 1 shouldn't be a problem. I'll probably lose about 10 seconds when I have to do that in the pit stops. Going number 2, I'm going to try and eat properly, so that's not even a factor. And then eating, I'll just have everything next to me. I kind of already have like a meal prep plan, type of foods I'm going to eat. Got some like stuff like endurance racers use to replace potassium, electrolytes, that kind of stuff, and a whole bunch of water, and we should be good to go. Maybe another race we'll be able to get together there, Apex. So the best one that's going to work for me is Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific. That's the one that makes the most sense. I can wake up kind of when I normally wake up, go to the bathroom, take a shower, do all that fun stuff, and then get to racing. And then that way, I'm not up for like 6 hours and then I start a 24-hour race. I'm just kind of up. I race a 24-hour race, and I'll probably go back to bed Sunday around 9 o'clock in the morning. Pit stops will take about 40. I think they take somewhere in the 40-second range. I want to say it's like 42, 43 seconds. I really wish they were like a minute. If they were a minute, I'd be able to go number 1 and not lose any time in the pits, but it is what it is. I imagine I'll gain most of my positions off attrition, not pace anyways. Look at that. We got through the bus stop without dying. So this is the kind of pace I'm going to want to be running. It's probably going to be between 45.5 and 46 seconds for the first part of the race. I think when tire or rubber gets into the track, the pace is going to slow down a little bit. So turn the force feedback down on my steering wheel so I'm not like overexerting myself. And do everything I can. And it's just, it's really about just staying loose, not tensing up, which just means not pushing 100%, just driving like 90% and getting a nice little rhythm. Like I can kind of talk to you guys right now, and I'm basically running the pace I want to race, so that's pretty good. Not really. I'll probably just have to stand up on pit stops. I don't go to the bathroom. Move around a little bit, That would be a good idea. I tried to get a cushion for my back, but I could tell right away it wasn't going to work, so I'm just going to use what I got on my chair. Yeah, for sure. Eat up 15 seconds here, 30 seconds there. I'm not really too worried about it. The main goal is to finish the race. I'm sure there's going to be some parts in the race where we'll get competitive. If I see like an opportunity to get competitive. Yeah, that's what I tried to do, but it just kind of I could tell it was just going to put extra pressure on my back. And the way the chair is now, it kind of disperses everything pretty evenly across my back, and if I kind of create like a focus point on my back, I know it's gonna hurt. So the chair the way it is actually pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this stint here and then probably call it a night. I've found a nice pace, nice groove that should suit me pretty well on a pretty stable setup. I won't throw any curveballs at me that I won't know are going to happen if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I haven't done a lot of full stints because I just know I can do that, but I don't know, what is this? I've probably done about 200 laps of practice, something like that. Maybe more, 200 to 300. Hey, what up, Allison? Yes, sir, we're going to be looking at solo. Yep. I know race car drivers did it back in like the 40s and 50s, so I was like, if they could do it back then in the real world, I should be able to do it sitting in a chair in my office, so I gotta do it at least once. I've always wanted to do it, so I'll check this off the whole bucket list. It'll be an experience, that's for sure. It's decent, you know. I think it's about good as it can be. I got like a little extra seat cushion on it, it's a couple inches. Yeah. Hey man, it's up to you. There's no time like the present. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the chair situation. I don't think any chair is really gonna be perfect for running 24 hours, but it's not a horrible situation I got going. Ooh, that was a good first sector. Yeah, bring it on over. Break that thing in. Nothing better to break it in than 24 hours of Daytona solo. Yeah, pretty good lap there. Looks like the car starts to pick up a little natural speed once you get about half the fuel burn off. Weather might be getting a little cooler too.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
The car's just so much more stable under braking there. It'd get pretty sketchy if I really tried to push it. Rear end would step out on me. Man, if I could go through the bus stop like that every single time, it'd be pretty sweet. It's such a fine line you have to go through that bus stop. Not a lot of wiggle room. No, I haven't tried the AI yet. I really should. Is a race like a jerk, or are they pretty cordial with things? I can see how that'd be pretty useful, especially at a track like this when you're trying to test your top line speed. I could definitely see some good reasons to use that. Alright, well, that's good. 'Cause it's been out for about a year now, right? Something like that. Yeah, because I'm wondering if I want to stick with this gear set, or there's a Le Mans Daytona gear set, but I just don't really see the benefit to run those gears because you don't even come close to topping out 6th gear. It would be cool to be able to test that with the AI in a draft because it is kind of hard to. Ooh, almost died. It is kind of hard to sync up with people in practice to really test that. Gotcha. Makes sense. Good way to adjust to the given situation. There we go. That was good. It's just crazy. You can be like a couple inches off and the car will just hit something and the whole front end will come off the ground. Like it's, like I just said, such a fine line through there. But this is gonna be the best lap I've ever ran. What's the weather like right now? Yeah, it went down a degree. That's the fastest solo lap I think I've ran.
New fast flat for you.
Ideally, I'd love to be running mid 44s, but I just don't think that's realistic. For me, this moment in time. Well, she does feel pretty hooked up right now. So you miss it just by a...
Pick up the cord. You've got to slow down and give up that time.
Keys to not hit the wall when you lose control there, just don't hit the wall. But I was pushing a little bit harder than I will be in the race.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the cord.
You talking about the Interlagos fella?
Right side.
In the BMW?
Clear on the right.
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out that way. It's a good example of those situations. More often than not, do end up those type of results, which are very... the word I'm looking for, very gratifying.
Go right.
They're too worried about what you're doing with your car to drive their own car. It's only a matter of time before they make a mistake. No, it's more when, get the gratification when somebody's doing you wrong and you best them in a very fair manner. Ugh. I'm just so glad when you hit those things it doesn't mess up the whole diffuser. Just doesn't rip the whole front of the car off. Let's go with Glorious Joy. I like the sound of that. Got a nice ring to it.
Car right.
He's such a horrible corner for cars to pass
Okay,
because
on the
like
left.
they're not fast or anything in that corner, especially I think that's a first prototype pass, but the second prototype pass, like some drivers are not quicker than you, and so you're just stuck on the outside through that whole corner. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't broke a suspension or something like that, but I think it's because the splitter hits it before the tires actually hit it. I'm really happy with the pace the car's got right now. Like the fast guys are running 43s and 44s, but pretty happy with this. For me, it's just you're really better off going through with a pretty skinny line through each part of the chicane. Like, you try and swing it out too wide anywhere, it tends to not work out for me. Yeah, last adjustment I made to rear toe in, and I think that was one of the final touches to the setup. This really allows me, especially attack that first corner harder than I was before. Yep, car's just naturally fast for the setup right now. Again, it's not the fastest thing out there, but for itself, it's pretty solid. If I had drafts, I'd be running 44s pretty easily, I think. Definitely really livens up once you burn about half the fuel off. When I really start to notice the change in just overall pace of the car. Oh yeah. People will spend a whole season working on a setup for a car. The nice thing with the setup shop, they do a pretty good job of explaining stuff, and with the YouTube you can kind of self-teach your stuff, but it does take quite a bit of time to do that. The key is you just make one adjustment at a time. You just adjust one thing, and then that way you can actually tell what that one adjustment, if it helped you or if it didn't. Like if it didn't help you, just put it back and then go on to something else. If it did help you, maybe keep going a little bit further that way with it. But if you adjust a whole bunch of things at the same time, you can't really tell
You've got about 5 laps
what
of
exactly
fuel.
what adjustment did what, because you adjusted a whole bunch of things at the same time. So that's why it takes a lot of time too, is because you just got to do one thing at a time. Yeah, I get that. I mean, that's kind of how I am right now. It's like, man, I kind of wish I would have just paid somebody for a Mustang setup. But at the end of the... Ooh, car kind of got loose on me there. But at the end of the day, like, you can make us... Because everybody has different driving styles, so... If you can... Oh, man. I'm losing focus. If you can,
You're going the wrong way.
make your own setup, I think it does kind of benefit you just a little bit more, unless you just get a really good setup that's just magical, because then you can really fit your driving style. But sometimes you can work on your own setup and you think it's the best, and you try somebody else's setup and it'll just like blow my mind. It's like, man, how do they just make it so perfect for every situation? Alright, looks like we got 4 more laps. Yeah, I mean, that's why I've been racing the fixed series so much, because I don't have to worry about it, because I really don't have time to work on a setup. It just takes so much more time to do that. Ooh, we're gonna get a sub 45-second lap here. I haven't tried the Corvette here, no. I think the only thing I have driven here is the Mustang. From what I hear, it's not very fast here.
New fast flat for you.
crazy how much pace this car's picking up at the end of this stint. Yeah. Little too fast through there. But yes, you can drive the GT3 Corvette. Sorry, I don't really understand your question. Yeah, it's a Corvette, the Aston Martin, the BMW, the Lamborghini, and the Porsche. Porsche is the strongest car for sure. Thing's just so fast in a straight line.
Fuel left.
Got really good acceleration out of the corners too. It's really good over the curbs and the bus stop. Probably because of V8s and all that, but it's just not true with the way the iRacing BOP is right now. No.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
It is kind of nice to have all that asphalt runoff now. You don't have to worry about messing your car up, bouncing in the grass, sliding up into the track.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
I don't think it does damage it though. Honestly, don't. We'll find out on the straightaway here. I mean, in theory it should damage it, but it just doesn't. Which I'm okay with. Yeah. Just as fast as it ever was, thankfully. I think they do that on purpose. I think they just know it would make the cars a little too fragile if they let them get messed up by those curves.
Pit box in 10, 5,
Let's see how long a pit stop is here.
Right here.
I think it's going to be like 43 seconds. No damage, so it definitely didn't hurt it. Takes 20 seconds to do the tires. And about another, I think it's 23 seconds to do the rest of the fuel. See, I wish it was fuel and then tires. 2 reasons. It'd give me more time so I could go to the bathroom and pit stops. But 2, it'd open up, so 41 seconds. Because it'd open up, it'd really open up, like, being able to double stint tires and kinds of strategy like that. But I think they follow what the Real World Series does. Here, let's go look at, let's see what part of the car we hit. Because this will just be good for me, like, during the race to see, okay, you know, just to have the knowledge. Okay, I hit that part of the car and it didn't hurt it at all. So let's see what happened here. So yeah, we hit, looks like we hit that inside curb. But what did we hit it with? Yeah, so like we should have destroyed, we lifted the whole rear of the car off the ground too. I think every tire was off the ground except for the right rear. So we should have lost the entire, we should have lost this whole part of the splitter. Like that should all just be destroyed, but I didn't even touch it. Think, yeah, for sure. Punctured tire or broken suspension, one of the two. Yeah, it's a quick pit stop. It is. Let's see here, I want to see how many tires are off the ground. 1, 2, 3. 3 tires off the ground. Pretty sweet. Yeah, it's really not a long pit stop. Alright, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah. It's a throwback right there. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for keeping me company during my little stream test. And hopefully you'll pop in during the race. Have a good night, Gus.